Hello and welcome back to Stonehearth. We are in Alpha 17 now. We are not in the previous town, as I am starting a new one for this new alpha. Some cool things have been added. The engineer class was added, and they will be able to make traps and turrets, defensive type of things, which is going to be great for us in the long run. Also, we are not on hardcore mode. We are just on normal mode. Hardcore mode, I really enjoy that. But I feel like the progression is just too slow for making good YouTube videos. So let's go ahead and hop. Let's find a spot to settle. I think here's good, just along this kind of northern lake. And we will just kind of plop down our flag. We'll name ourselves, let's go with Greywick. That's a decent enough name. And let's put down some storage and start clearing out a whole bunch of areas for our people to get stuff done. So first things first, we are just going to be clearing out as much as possible here. There we go. And this will just give us all of our starting resources. I'm gonna make Avi here. This is actually named for my girlfriend, so I had to throw in one of her characters in. And she is going to be our first soldier once we get that going. But first, let's go ahead and make our carpenter, just so we have that. Gotta find someone with relatively... Well, we actually have really good rolls on most of our people here. But a 2 in spirit, I don't think really is good enough for us on the defensive front. So we're gonna go ahead and make a trapper and a nice carpenter for us to use. The carpenter, of course, will make the wooden swords so Avi can become our footman. We also don't need as much of an army size compared to before, so it's gonna be nice. And I do want to make everything a custom building. We're going to be focusing a lot more on just town kind of look this little season here. And hopefully we'll make some pretty cool structures over time. Though I think I will be using at least one structure from the previous one, and that's the carpenter hut. In my opinion, I think that's going to stay pretty much the same anyways. Let's decide on how we want things to run. I want maybe eventually this dock kind of area. That'll be pretty cool. And then we can put the carpenters, I think, along the water's edge over here. And we already have a blueprint for that, so I'm not worried about constructing it. Let's go ahead and make some trapping areas though. Wow, how big can I make this? 50 by 50? Sure, why not? Okay, so we'll do that. And we will plop down a custom building. So let's do the woodcutters here. They changed the way buildings are constructed, hopefully making improvements. At least that's what I hear based on their kind of weekly dev blog. And then also, we're getting a grizzled traveler. They added some additional kind of basic quests and stuff to kind of, I guess, lead you around. So thank goodness for that. Go back over here. And let's finish editing. The nice thing is it's going to say, hey, you don't have enough window frames. And if you have someone that can craft it, it'll actually automatically assign this to that crafter's queue. So if we open up the carpenter workbench, you can see he's already going to craft us these 2 windows that we need to make the carpenter's hut and get that finished. So that's great. I think people have been asking for that for a little while so that they can build structures a lot quicker without having to worry about a lot of the items that may be missing. Let's go ahead and craft up. Oh, we have 7 people. Let's craft 10 beds. In the meantime, we'll always maintain one. We will, let's see, we'll maintain a wooden sword, and we will maintain a wooden shield for later, of course. We're also going to need to maintain one sign, so we can make signposts quite regularly. Let's go ahead and watch these guys build. Since we are on normal difficulty, we really don't need a huge army, so that's going to save us some people to construct things a lot quicker, get things a lot more done in a timely manner, so that the episode can at least progress in a good way. I really probably should have built this a lot closer. Yeah. Really should have done that. Well, while we're working on that, we can go ahead and, I guess, get started. Now, do I want to design, I guess a small house would probably be the best thing to design first. And we can make this the carpenter's house here. So let's grab some foundation. We can use a wooden floor is okay. I mean, he is a carpenter, so, well, she is actually, so we have a female one. So let's space this out a little bit. We'll just go 10 by 12 in that direction. And then what? 8 by 6 in that. That'll give us a little bit of an extra room to put some extra furniture in there and deck it out, make it look all pretty. And let's see, do I want standard wooden walls? That'd probably be good enough. So that would be good. You can also plop in a door. You know, let's get a reinforced door on this. It is a little bit more towards the wilderness. So we can get that. Plop in a nice window beside, just so we get some views. Let's also get some windows along there. Now the nice thing, because it's going to automatically kind of craft these windows, I don't have to worry about setting up the queue or making sure I have just a certain amount of them. And we will, I'm thinking just the one window there and the one window there. So that's plenty of windows. In fact, that's probably a little much, but it's okay. It's starting to turn nighttime. People are still hard at work on the actual carpenter's hut. And let's go ahead and give this thing a roof. Now, we can generate one. Yes. But I don't really like to generate my roofing. And instead, I'm going to use slabs. So let's grab, I guess, whatever color that is. I don't think that's the right color. Okay, undo is not working in Alpha 17, I guess. So I have to do it the good old-fashioned way. Is this the right color? I don't know. It looks dark, but I think it'll just have to do. So a simple structure going up here. The nice simple peaked roof. And I'm thinking do a little peak there. And same on the back side, just to keep it interesting enough. This is kind of like a very low tier home. It's not gonna be the fanciest thing in the world, but it'll definitely do. And you know, we can even give it a porch if we wanted. So let's do that. Let's give it a porch. I think that'll be pretty cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tall of these pillars out front. And I guess I'll have to slope the roof into here somehow. We'll do kind of a thatched roof everywhere else though. So let's drag this out. Pause the game on normal speed real quick. Not enough food, morale is good, not enough worth. Yeah, I don't think so. So let's drag out these first kind of base color for our thatch roofing. We're going to be putting a pattern into it on a second path, just so we can get some cool shapes in it, at least. It's definitely a little bit of a brown structure for sure, but I think that's kind of a good signal that, hey, this is a woodworker. Alright. So we can do that. Great. Let's get this overhang. Oh wait, it's not right. Erase tool. But yeah, they were talking on their weekly blog about their next focus is kind of going to be improving the building system and getting that to be a little bit more intuitive, as people have been talking about that recently. And they've known about it for a little while, but they wanted, I think, to add a little bit more gameplay elements and forgo worrying about the crafting right off, which I'm fine with, you know. We can always use dev kind of commands in case we run into any problems with the buildings or anything like that. You know, say your building gets stuck and they don't actually finish it. You can use some dev commands to automatically finish it for you, or you can use them to remove a structure for you. So we'll get rid of this. And I don't know why I keep bringing that over directly like that. That's not correct. Alright, come on. Give me a straight line here to work with. Build tool. Yeah, timber and stone still does this a little bit better in my opinion. I do like the way this looks in a sense, but the problem is they're just so transparent. It can be hard sometimes to see exactly where you are placing your blocks. And that's way too far out now. Come on, delete those. There we go. Just to walk it around this way. Now I'm hearing these chimes. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when they sleep, they play almost like a music box sound. It's actually a pretty cool sound effect to have. Okay, so let's grab this and walk up the front porch kind of area here. And we can kind of flatten it out through there. Okay. Give it its overhang on both sides. Just so it matches. Get rid of this block. Not needed anymore. And I could bring in a little peak there just to match the upper layer, which I may do. Yeah, something like that, just so you can kind of see the front of the building a little bit better. In doing so, I'll go ahead and add some additional stone supports though. All right. And I'm thinking, let's go ahead and replace the door a little bit more centralized, maybe a double door. There we go. Okay. And with that, our first little wooden house is pretty much complete. What I'm going to do next is go in and make the roof a little bit more patterned, a little bit more interesting. And so let's just randomly delete some minor sections of it. And the pattern will actually add a little bit of a shingled kind of effect on it. We were doing this a little bit in the last season. I don't know why I call Stonehearth seasons when really we hardly ever get to go through a full gameplay of it all. They kind of update it so regularly that your previous save either gets kind of incompatible, or you just want to test out the new stuff on a new save and see how the progression works. So don't forget to definitely change up the ends of some of the spots as well. If you do just all the middle, the ends will create this straight line. My opinion will look a little weird. So let's go. What do you think? Lighter by a shade? Or possibly darker by a shade. Darker would be good. Let's go dark. There we go. Just a nice simple wooden structure for the carpenter to live in, and we can actually assign beds now, so they will actually use the same bed in repetition. We can kind of keep them around their workstation a little bit better with that. Okay. Some more stuff. Looks like they're adding the windows on the previous building over there. You can hear them plopping it down every now and then. Alright. A little bit more patterning to add. Oh, wow. Yep. A lot more on the back side. So already episode 1. Way more building than the previous season, but also we are cheating a little bit with using the previous blueprint last time. But I just like the way the carpenter's hut turned out, and I'm just gonna keep using it, I think, going forward. So that's a decent little home. Definitely good. You can also go into the furniture tab and add furniture onto blueprints now as well, so they will even save that. All right, now let's grab. Yeah, let's make this as just a single, or I can make it a double if I really wanted to. Now we can make it a double bed, and back here I guess we can do the kitchen and everything eventually. Dressers at the foot of each bed. We'll do a table for one. We can get a chair on either side of that. At least I think. Yeah, something like that, maybe. I don't like how that's kind of clipping into the windowsill there, so we might use a bigger piece of furniture, like a proper dining table. Yeah, let's just plop it there. Give it a couple seats. Ain't bad. Maybe, yeah, we can fit a little storage container in here as well. And I think that's it. You know, why not add a couple? Let's add a bench out on the porch. That'd be handy. Alright, finish editing. We will save this as Wooden Home 1. There we go. So we'll save that for later use. This structure is done. They're actually taking down the scaffolding now, which is great. Let's place these beds that we made, though. Let's give them a place to sleep. For those of you who are new to my channel, I do make Stonehearth a little bit longer episodes, so generally about 30 minutes. Sometimes even longer. depending on what's going on. Let's increase the speed here, just so we have some progress. Let's see. We need to make a mounted sign, and some additional workbenches to fill up this area. We can also go in and assign this back section of the carpenters to only hold lumber, so that he'll have a supply back there. In fact, we can also remove lumber from this, so people will move that over. Now, if I take a look at it, our food supply is still not great. And so we're gonna go ahead and also queue up a farmer's hoe for farming, because that's gonna be an important aspect as well. And we can always move the farm around later. Yeah, good. All that lumber is gonna go over here into the carpenter's hut. And we'll also be adding some storage in here as well. So let's get this workbench laid out. My thinking is I want to try and make it look like he's working on some logs in here or something. Alright. Oh, good. We have the sign. So I can put up the little, hey, this is a carpenter's hut sign on here now. Nice. Yeah, this village I think is going to turn out a lot more clean and well laid out compared to the previous one. So if they place that down, the sign will get climbed up there, and they'll take the ladder down automatically. Let's go ahead and move the old workstation inside. There we go. Daily update. Yeah, we're slowly losing food. Not quite enough money either. And so what I'm going to have to do to supplement kind of our food is I'm going to have to move these shrubberies over. That way we can harvest them kind of repeatable over and over. Let's just go with that. Let's just use more simple language because I can't speak half the time. And these, there we go, double speed. You know, I don't think I've made my footman yet. So let's go to Avi. Change jobs, footman. There we go. And let's find another person. I think you can become our farmer. So that's good. There we go. So we have a farmer now. Great, good to know. Let's craft 2 more large crates. And we'll place that inside the carpenter's hut as well. Yeah, so they're moving those shrubberies over, which is good. Let's harvest these 2 trees. We're already about 23 minutes in. And not under attack at all. Wow. It's a nice change of pace. Definitely a little bit more peaceful in just normal mode here. So we'll harvest up those berries. And let's go ahead and just do some temporarily some farms. So 11 by 11. You can do corn there. And carrots. Corn and carrots. Just maintain those fields, and I think we'll be good. What's this? A large crate? Let's place one down inside the structure. Perfect. And you can stack crates, and we have a royal herald approaching. Alright, so they're asking if we are the settlement Greywick. We are. Let's see. So started with what? What are we starting? By the order of the princess. Something about church, and we are under their heraldry. Let's see. There were invaders approaching, but I don't know where they are now. Okay, let's see what we have to hear. Let's see. Local renowned, recognized as official ascendancy townships. Okay, rewards. Let's see. Additional architectural learning and wealthier caravans for trade. Okay, cool. So after that, okay, we're fighting some stone goblins, or stone golems. I guess we have to choose what way we want to earn reputation. And church, military, craftmaster. You know, let's go with craftmaster. Mason's hoe. Thank you. Okay, bye. So we unlock some mason skills here. And a new quest. This shows what we need. And so we need to build a crafter's approval. And we also need a good amount of net wealth for that. So that'll remain in our kind of inventory there. Let's place down this other crate. Cool. And you know what? We can also get started on this structure. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to finish all that in one go for sure. But hey, if we put on double speed, just maybe we could get some additional stuff built this episode. I don't know how much lumber they're going to use, because that's an awful lot of detail kind of throw in there. And, you know, she's going to be busy using a lot of lumber for some parts. So we might have to harvest some more lumber as well. So I can preordain that. Let's check on our farm. The first little section is set. 9 wooden chairs and get 2 plushie toy rabbits. Why would I want a plushie toy rabbit? That's absurd. Carpenter level 3, so that's good. Check the area for any hostiles, even though I really doubt we're gonna see any. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So how much experience did our footmen get? About 24, so 3 more of fending off our town, I think will definitely push us to be level 1 footman. Level 2 trapper, that's good. I could technically advance you into a shepherd, but the trapper is more kind of consistent food. The shepherd does get eggs if we just go full chicken. Wow, they're just putting up this wall rather quickly. And then moving on to a new wall. That's a different way they're building for sure. Normally they would surround the whole structure and build it up at once, but they might be doing it wall at a time now. Well noted. It'll end up being a rather peaceful village, I think. And I hopefully don't need to rush building a wall as quickly as last time. Let's build some lanterns, get some additional lighting. Are you guys stuck? What's the... I think they're stuck. No? Okay. I think I just kind of refreshed their commands by toggling them. Good. And let's see if we can't get a lantern on each side here. Some light. Might have queued up a lot of different things, so they were harvesting lumber at the same time, which might have confused the build order. Who knows? Their AI is still rather rudimentary in terms of priority lists. And really, I could take a worker and just designate them only as a builder. Daily update. Not enough food. So it'll probably be tomorrow. I mean, we have our first fields kind of laid out. In fact, let's plant some additional things. So we'll do some turnips. And, you know, we'll do some pumpkins as well. Just some expansion on that element. I think that'll be good. And I think that's all we're gonna get done on this episode. So it's been about 30 minutes. I think it went well for the first time on this new build. We got the carpenter's hut built, which looks great. I always like the look of this structure. We have the plans kind of laid out, and they are working hard on our wonderful new, I guess, carpenter's home. And that's where we're gonna leave it off. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to subscribe. If you're new, go ahead and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. It's kind of the month of Planet Coaster, so it's kind of rare for me to get to play something else lately. And it felt pretty good to actually get this worked on. And Alpha 17 so far is looking nice. You know, they're not really spamming a whole bunch of scaffolding like previously, and it looks like they're building in definitely a different manner. So we'll see. Anyways, until then, I'll see you guys in some more Stonehearth.